Oh boy. I've got a treat for you today, everyone. Here we go.
I feel like the word feminist is like a hot word. I don't think it's like a word that I think of and I'm like, oh, pleasantness.
I completely agree with you.
It's about the equality of both genders.
Being aware that it is in an equal playing field and advocating for that.
This again?
Feminism is my lifeblood. Yeah, I even wore my shirt today.
Oh god, why am I doing this to myself? I'm regretting this already. Oh my fucking god.
I feel like I'm not super read up on what a feminist is.
I feel like it's one of those terms that's been hijacked. It's become such a trigger word that people think that it's dirty and that it's bad.
I situate them with people who protest about female rights all the time. They're very intrusive about their opinions about certain things.
Oh, so it's all about a quiz. So, let's not do this to myself. Let's not listen to these despicable people talk, and instead let's actually take the quiz. So I have to check everything that applies. So number one, I would be willing to give up some of my salary if I had to, so that equal pay in my workplace could be a reality. No, I will not check this box. My response to this is, why aren't the other people in my workplace being paid the same as me? Do I have a higher paying position than them? Do I work longer hours? Do I have less holidays? Why am I being paid more than the people in my workplace? And I don't want to, and even if they are being unjustly paid less than me, I should really be fighting for them to make more rather than giving up some of mine so that they can get to my level. Number two, I believe that men and women should be equal. Yes, I do believe that men and women should be equal. 3, I can't help but be bothered when a song includes misogynistic lyrics, even when I otherwise like the song. Oh god, No, I'm not even responding to this. I'm not checking this. I know who Bell Hooks is. No, I do not know who Bell Hooks is. Number 5, I can define intersectional feminism. No, I can't, I guess. And I'm glad. Number 6, I don't use the phrase, hey guys, when referring to a group of people that includes men and women. I do use that phrase because it's a neutral phrase. We're not specifically saying, hey guys, meaning only the men. Why are people offended by such simple phrases? It's just a phrase. Why? Number 7, I have taken a women's and or gender studies class. No, and anyone who has is a fucking moron. Gender studies is not a real class. Number 8, I think it's important to encourage girls to pursue science and math as a career. No, I do not. If they want to pursue those career paths, then they will pursue those career paths. I'm not going to start forcing people to take careers they don't want to take. Number 9, women should be allowed to apply for a job if they fulfill 60% of the job requirements. Well, if it's a job requirement, then I'd assume that you need to fit all of the requirements. Requirement is it means that it is necessary. It's not saying job recommended skills or anything like that. It's saying requirements. So if you only fit 60% of those requirements, then no. It's kind of like saying, oh, I want to be a math teacher. So they ask you, okay, so how good at math are you? How much do you know? And say, I know 60% of all math. It's like, okay, well, you can't really teach math if you only know 60% of the subject. You kind of need to know 100% of the subject to teach it, don't you? Number 10, I think we should change women's bathroom symbols to not include traditionally feminine clothing. This is stupid. I will not tick this box. Number 11. I believe trans people should be able to use whichever bathroom they identify with. I'm very split on this issue. I think that either every single bathroom should be unisex, or you use the bathroom that your genitals match. What you identify with means nothing. There's a reason that the men's bathroom has a urinal. The female bathrooms do not. That's because the men's bathrooms are designed to fit the penis, basically, so you can stand and pee. That's why men use the men's bathroom. So either every bathroom becomes unisex, or you stick with what your genitals match. So no, I do not believe that trans people should use whatever bathroom they identify with. 12. I believe it's important to encourage women to negotiate. No, I don't. I don't think it's important to encourage women to negotiate. I think that it's helpful to let all people know that negotiating can be advantageous to them, not just women. But no, I don't think it's important to encourage specifically women to negotiate. 13. I believe Jennifer Lawrence should earn as much as her male co-stars. Well, you see, to start with, as far as I'm aware, Jennifer Lawrence makes more than her male co-stars, especially if you look at The Hunger Games or whatever. She's making far more than anyone else in those movies are. I've seen examples of other movies she's been in and someone else has been making more money than her, but that comes down to other things. She's maybe in the movie less than that other person, or she's a lower star. She's not as big of a star. If you're Kevin Spacey, who I love Kevin Spacey, and you're in a movie with Matt Damon is going to be paid more than Kevin Spacey. I think Kevin Spacey is a better actor, but Matt Damon's a much bigger name. He's the one pulling people into the cinema. He's the one pulling them into the theatre to watch the movie. So if Jennifer Lawrence is in a movie with Brad Pitt's a bigger name, so it only makes sense that he's going to get more money. When Jennifer Lawrence is in a movie with Josh Hutcherson, I think his name is, the Peeta in The Hunger Games, he makes less than she does, because she is a bigger name, and she is the main star of the movie. 14. I do not think a movie should be released until it passes the Bechdel test. So, I had to Google what this was, and it's something like, a movie, to pass the Bechdel test, it has to have at least 2 women in the movie who are talking about something other than relating to men, or something like that. No, I do not think this is something that makes much sense. What if the movie just doesn't need women in it? What if it's... Stop looking at people based on their sex. Look at people based on their abilities. Look at people based on their personalities. Don't. It's the same when it comes to race. Don't look at people. Don't look and say, "Oh, there's too many white people in this movie," or "Oh, there's too many black people." That's you looking at race. You don't need to look at race. Look at the people in the movie. Look at their personalities, their skill as an actor. Same with males and females. Don't think about, oh, how many men are in this? How many women are in this? No. How many people are in it? And how many good actors are in it? Number 15. I believe both genders are entitled to the same social and political rights. For the most part, I agree. But there are certain circumstances where I think things can vary. For example, if you are someone who believes that women should get free tampons, that's social or whatever right that they're entitled to. Are you going to give men the exact same thing? Of course, men don't need it, but it is an example of something that men don't need, so that it's slightly different. I'm going to say yes. I do believe that both genders are entitled to the same social and political rights. Moving on to number 16. And 16 says, I can explain why 78 cents to the dollar is not a fully accurate description of the gender wage gap. Yes, I can explain that, and it's because it's a lot of nonsense. Women earn 78 cents to the dollar not because of sexism, but because of their own choices. No sexism involved here. 17. I believe that that women who possess certain types of privilege are responsible for advocating for women who do not have their level of privilege. No. 18. If I had a daughter, I would encourage her to be anything she wanted to be. Okay, yes, but I would do that for my son too. 19. I would make it clear to my daughter from an early age that her identity should never be defined by her relationship status. No, I would not do that. I'm not even going to bring up relationship status to my daughter if I had a daughter. I'm not going to sit her down and say, your identity should never be defined by your relationship status. I'm not going to have that conversation. It's stupid. 20. I believe it's important to compliment a woman's intelligence over her looks. No, I do not. I think there is a place for both of those things. 21. I believe that a woman has the right to choose what happens to her body. Yes, I do. I think that anyone has the right to choose what happens to their own body. 22. In an instance of sexual assault against a female, I'm inclined to believe the assaulted person is telling the truth until proven otherwise. Anyone who says yes to this is just... I don't know how to express how I feel about those sorts of people. You're basically saying... You're throwing out the idea of innocent until proven guilty. You are judging someone as guilty until proven innocent. That is not the way our legal system works. It is not the way our legal system should ever work. 23. I can explain Marlene Dietrich's influence on women's fashion. No, I don't even know who that is. 24. I know what a bad feminist is. Yes, I do. All of them. 25. I believe that women should be able to dress however they want without it dictating how they are treated by society. I mean, I think they should be able to, I guess, but that doesn't mean that they are going to be treated well by society. And for example, if you go over to Saudi Arabia and start walking around in short skirts and whatever, and then some Muslim men rape you or something, then you can't really... It's kind of your own fault for being an idiot and going into that sort of place dressed like that. Whereas in the West, I would say the complete opposite, and those men should have probably been locked up and they're horrible people, but over there, that... 25. Sorry, not 25, 26. I have never said that a woman asked for it. Moving on. I am offended by catcalling. No. I don't think women should get VIP treatment in nightclubs and bars just for being women. I agree. 29. I think police brutality and its correlation with race is a feminist issue. No, and there is no correlation with race and police brutality. There is a police brutality problem. That much I agree with. But there is no sort of police brutality and race correlation. 30. I think we should stop promoting models as the ideal female body type. I don't think anyone really promoting models as the ideal female body type. The only people doing that are other women who look at these people and think, oh, I wish I was as beautiful as her. The media or whatever aren't saying, oh, you should look like this woman. They're just showing the woman to you. You're the one who thinks, I need to be more like her. And now we are on question 31. I think we should stop photoshopping women's bodies in the media. No, I do not. I don't think there's a problem with photoshopping a woman's body, as long as we know that often what we see in the media is not necessarily real. I don't see what the problem is. To me, there's no real difference between that or wearing makeup. Should women stop wearing makeup? That's kind of distorting what they actually look like. Same can be said about photoshopping. There's really not much difference there. You can't advocate for stopping the photoshopping of women's bodies whilst you're still advocating for women to be allowed to wear makeup. 32. I have never called a woman bossy. 33. I think companies should offer more child-friendly time and programs to women who are having children. I mean, I think they could, but I don't think they have to. 34. I believe that a woman should be offered the same opportunities for promotion as her male co-workers. Well, I think it depends. It's not as simple as just saying, give that woman the same opportunity as that man. It depends. You have to look at all these other factors. It's not a black and white issue. You look, was she working as hard as he did? Is he put in far more hours? How long has he been working there? Does she have more holidays? Does he work weekends? Is he more reliable? Does he get on well with his co-workers? Does she cause problems? So I'm not going to check this. 35. I believe that if a woman wants to pay on a date, her date should let her. Sure, I've no problem with that. And 36. I believe that women should have easy access to birth control. Yeah, I think it would be good if women did have easy access to birth control. Yes. 37. I believe that in a relationship, the domestic duties should be shared. Well, personally, I think yes, but I don't think that it should always be shared. What if, for example, the woman wants to stay at home and not go out and work? What if she wants to take care of the house? What if she wants to stay home? What if the man wants to stay home while the woman works? That way, maybe you don't need to share it. 38. Same sort of thing. I think that a couple should have equal responsibility over the aesthetic and cleanliness of their home. I guess to an extent, but they don't have to. It's not a big deal if they agree to not have that. It's not a big deal if the man says, I will work and put food on the table, you stay home and clean, and if the woman agrees to that, fair enough. 39. I believe that men should be encouraged to be involved and make choices in the wedding planning process. Yes, I do. I think that men should have a huge say in their wedding planning if they're getting married. I think they should have just as much of a say as the woman does. 40. I believe that men and women have the same emotional strength. It's a bit of a broad statement. You can't just say that. I mean, different people have different emotional strengths. You can't just say all men and all women have the same emotional strength, whatever that even means. But no, not every single person has this is equivalent. Not every single person is equal to each other. Question 41. I do not think that it is the responsibility of a man to protect his woman physically. Yes, I don't think that's the responsibility of a man. So I'll tick that one. 42. I believe that men and women should be equally encouraged to express their emotions. I mean, to an extent, I suppose, but if you actually know anything about biology, you'll know that men just don't like to open up as much. This isn't something that society has necessarily caused. This is just biology. Men just are biologically tougher. They don't want to express their emotions the same. But yeah, I guess encourage them, but don't push it so much. Maybe encourage women. Maybe you have to encourage men more because they don't do it. But I don't think that they should be equally encouraged. 43. I have never asked a woman why she does not have children. Yeah, I don't think I ever have, okay. 44. I would be equally excited to have a son or a daughter. No, I would be more excited to have one of those things than I would the other. 45. I think American workplace culture is not often structured in a way that is helpful or encouraging to women succeeding. That's just nonsense. I'm not checking that. 46. I think women have a responsibility to help and encourage other women to pursue their goals. No, people have a responsibility to encourage themselves to pursue their goals. Family might have a moral responsibility to encourage their family and their friends to pursue their goals. But women do not have a responsibility to encourage other women. That's just nonsense. 47. I think women are equally capable to men to be the President of the United States. I mean, I guess. 48. I believe that women have no responsibility to make a conscious effort to always be friendly and polite. I think that they do. I think all people have a responsibility to be friendly to the people they come across. Do you think it's acceptable to growl at everyone you walk past in the street? 49. I have never criticised a woman for not wearing makeup or wearing too much makeup. I have criticised, more in a joking way. I've never done it really seriously, but yeah, I have criticised for wearing too much. 50. I believe a woman is a woman if that is what she calls herself, regardless of her physical attributes and makeup. No, I do not. Woman is sex. It is a biological thing. If you have a vagina, you are a woman. If you have a penis and you call yourself a woman, that does not make you a woman. I feel quite nice, and if you say you're a woman, I will call you whatever pronouns you want. I will call you a she if you really want that. But I'm not going to pretend that you're actually a woman. I will be nice, and I'll use whatever words to describe you want me to. I'm not going to be horrible to you, but I'm not going to lie to myself and to everyone else and say that you're actually a woman. Results. Apparently I checked off 11 out of 50. So, I know my fair share about women's rights and suffrage. But hey, it's never hurts to learn a little more. Thanks.